Hi, I'm Aaron, this is Chiara, and this is our dog Wild, and we're currently travelling around Australia in our big converted bus. This week we're up in far north Queensland to chase waterfalls and hunt dinosaurs.
Good morning guys, this week we are staying in Tully. The symbol of the town is a 8 meters golden gumboot because Tully is one of the wettest towns in North Queensland. In fact, they didn't fail to deliver because it has been raining for the past 4 days. But today finally is a beautiful day and we came to visit Mission Beach, which is only 25 minutes drive from Tully.
Right now we found this little walkway. I'm pretty sure it's called something like Kelly's Walkway. It runs alongside the beach. There's little off ramps that lead to the sand and to the water. So we're going to go check this out, have a gander, see what it looks like.
We stumbled upon this beautiful stingray sculpture. How cool it is. It was made super well.
So apparently Mission Beach is the closest place to access the Great Barrier Reef from the mainland. Apparently the reef is only about 40 kilometres offshore. So that means around here there's a lot of good diving, a lot of good snorkeling, and because it's so quiet, you'll have the place to yourself. Apparently you can skydive here as well.
Also, Mission Beach has one of the highest concentration of southern cassowary. Hopefully we will see one.
And here's another fun fact about the southern cassowary. While they're considered a dangerous bird, and I surely wouldn't want to fight one, they're not actually that dangerous as long as you leave them alone. The main problem they have with them is when people feed them, they get used to getting food, they get used to humans, and then when they don't get food, they get a bit cranky and start to get kicky. As long as you leave them alone, they should be pretty good.
The thing that I love most about Australia is how quiet it is. Look at this beach. If this was in Italy, it would be absolutely packed.
So some natural curiosities that we've come across is, we see these all across Australia, but these little balls made out of sand are actually formed by soldier crabs who go down these little holes and they push these little balls of sand up and clear out their holes. Next thing, this little baby coconut. Who'd have thought that it starts off this shape? Odd, hey? So what we've read is that one of the best things about Mission Beach is that it only has a population of about 900 permanent people. So it's always going to be very quiet. And as you can see around us, the natural beauty is amazing.
Aaron is getting hungry. When Aaron gets hungry, he gets grumpy.
Hungry.
So we're going to find some food.
Middle, that's it. It's just that time of the year. It's really quiet, which is good for the school holidays. Because this town is nothing in between. They're extremely busy or extremely quiet.
So I got myself a chocolate banana smoothie and it's delicious. Well, I feel better now, and unfortunately we've run out of things to do here in Mission Beach because it is quite small, and if you haven't prepared like we haven't prepared, there's not much to do. So we're going to go home and get some proper food and probably get stuck into some work.
Alright, lunch. So for lunch, lately, we have been eating a lot of yogurt and mangoes. Yogurt, mangoes, cereals. What else do we put in it? Chocolate chips, lots of biscuits, put a lot of stuff in it actually. It's very good, it's very fresh, it's perfect for summer. And I love mangoes.
Okay, time to eat and then get to work.
Here is a tip if you are coming to Tully. So before coming to Tully, go to Coles, because there is no Coles in Tully. Buy this Belgian white chocolate and hazelnut spread. Then when you get to Tully, go to IGA, buy the croissant. They are the best Italian croissant I have had in 8 years in Australia, and they cost less than $2 each. And fill them with these and eat them for breakfast.
Today's moving day again. We've got to go down the road to a place called Innisfail. It should take about an hour in the bus. Hopefully we don't break down again, touch wood. There's wood there. So yeah, going to be hopefully an uneventful trip.
This is the mess we have in the bus every time we leave. We made it to Innisfail, but didn't break down, the bus didn't break down. It was an uneventful journey, which is amazing for how things are going lately. Now we're going to set up everything and we're going to look around. We haven't been able to see any cassowary yet, but there is a beach called Etty Bay, 10 miles from here, which apparently is one of the best spots in Queensland to spot one. So we're going to check that out.
I don't know what she's talking about because I can see cassowaries from here. See, there's one. Etty Bay is a lot smaller than what I expected. From what I can see, there is the Surf Life Saving Club, there's the caravan park, not much else. But they have this really cool little bay, this little inlet with a little beach. It's patrolled, it's got stinger nets, and it's right on the rainforest itself. So we've literally walked off the beach 2 steps into this really thick, awesome North Queensland rainforest. And it's like stepping into air conditioning really, because from the heat of the beach to here is about 10 degrees difference, I reckon. And we come here to see cassowaries, but so far we've had no luck. There might be one just behind me though. It's really hard to see through this bush.
We found this little walking track. It's not really a walking track, but we saw 2 men coming out from here, so we're going to give it a try and see if we find something.
So that little path that sort of leads to nowhere actually leads to a big open section of empty beach, which is really cool. So we're going to go that way, going to see if we can see a big bird. Hopefully we can, fingers crossed. So far it's not looking good for our cassowary hunt. We haven't even seen any footprints or anything yet. We're going to keep going though.
Quick, because if we're not quick and the tide is coming in, we won't be able to get back to the main beach anytime soon.
So unfortunately, we're calling it unsuccessful in our cassowary hunt today. But on the plus side, we've seen some really amazing place, right where the rainforest meets the beach. Beautiful open area, it's really top spot.
We might come back tomorrow morning and see if we have better luck, earlier morning.
Yeah, good idea.
But for now, let's go eat some food.
Better idea, I'm hungry. We couldn't find anything to eat around here, so we're going to go travel to somewhere else and see what we can find. We've got a bit of food here. We've got some bananas, some coffee milks, and some pastries. Pecan pastries. And we drove up to the Atherton Tablelands to see if we can find some waterfalls and see if we can see another cassowary or just any cassowary. And it started raining, so we pulled over here in a little picnic spot. We're going to eat our food and then see what happens from there.
If you're wondering how we can afford to travel full time, that's how. We go, instead of buying food in some expensive cafe, we buy pastry for $3 a post.
From where we had lunch in that picnic spot, there's a road that apparently would take us to a picnic area that overlooks a creek where we might be able to see some platypuses or platypi. What's the plural for platypus?
You asked me. I'm Italian.
Some platypuses. Some platypus. Anyway, so we're going to go here, go check that out, see what we can see.
Why?
If there's a snake, you'll step on it.
Exactly, that's why I don't want to go first.
We go for cassowaries. We walked through a lot of different rainforests, and this is one of the thickest and most natural we walked through so far. I said that last time at Wallaman Falls, but yeah, I think this beats Wallaman Falls. This is very natural. I really like it.
We don't have much luck today with animals because there is not even the shade of a platypus. But the stream looks very cool. It's so quiet. There is no one. Very nice. Very clean.
So the walking track actually continues across the stream there and then into the undergrowth that way. But we're not going to do that today because we don't really want to, and we've got other things to see if we get time for it. So we might come back here, we might not, I don't know. I just wanted to see a platypus and they're not here.
And also we're not wearing proper shoes to cross a stream. We'll try to go to see if we find the Milla Milla falls. They're quite famous, but there is no internet connection here, so we have no idea of where we have to go.
Just follow the road and see where it takes us.
I just smashed the microphone against the car.
We got to some waterfalls and of course it started bucketing down. We've been sitting in the car for about 20 minutes waiting for it to stop, but it looks like it's settled in. So we're not going to do it today, we're going to come back another day and hopefully it'll be fine and we can walk down there where it's nice and safe and check them out while it's nice and sunny. But fingers crossed that happens while we're here.
Hello you.
This is day 2 of our cassowary hunt. We've seen one on the drive out here, but I couldn't stop the car to have a better look at it. So we just got a quick glance out the window at this gigantic bloody bird. So we're on the hunt today to see if we can see one while we're on foot. We found one. We finally found one. We finally found one and there he is. It's about as close to a dinosaur as you'll ever see. Look how big it is, look how big its feet are. It's so cool.
That was so cool. It's a cross between a huge turkey and a dinosaur. It's fantastic. There are only about 4,000 cassowaries left in the world, so it's very special to see one.
Fun fact about these cassowaries is that this species are descended from the cassowaries that have been roaming this part of Queensland for the last 60,000 years. They've been here a long time, let's hope they're still here a long time to come. I'm calling our great cassowary hunt a success. We've finally seen one in the wild, pretty much as close as we can get to one without being scratched or clawed or mauled to death. I'm happy with that, so we're going to go home right now. We've got to do some work and we'll catch you guys in a bit.
So it took us 2 days to find a cassowary, and I think it's going to take us 2 days to find waterfalls, but we didn't see any last time we went to Atherton Tablelands. Today we're going to try again.
The weather's a little bit better today, so hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll see some pretty magnificent stuff. First waterfall of the day, we're at Ellinger Falls. It's where we were last time when we got rained out, so let's have a look in the daylight.
Talking about wild animals.
So it's about a 5-minute walk from the car down a pretty steep walkway, and then we get to, wait for it, spinning around, we get to that. How cool is that? And we're the only ones here. Bit chilly, but not too bad. Definitely swimmable. No crocs in there.
Okay. You probably can't see them, but there are all these little blue butterflies flying everywhere. It's so cool.
Waterfall 1 done, out of the way. Bloody top spot. We're headed off to the next one. So we are at our next falls. They're called the Zilly Falls. Just want to tell you that we didn't really plan on visiting all these falls today, but as we were driving along in Atherton, we saw a sign that says waterfalls this way and we just followed the sign. So this is all just a bit of a happy accident, but I'm quite glad we did because so far, beautiful. We need a sticker to put on a sign like this. So the path down to the last waterfall was quite civilised. It was a bitumen path that led all the way down, had man-made steps, but this path is all bush. It's a little bit more tricky to navigate, as some of us are finding. Oh, I love it. We've had a bit of a bad run lately with things breaking. So we had the tyre blowout, we had Betty break, we had the belts break on the way to some place, I forget where we were going. We had the batteries break. And at times like that, it gets very frustrating, and to be honest, oh, here we go. To be honest, it makes me feel like quitting a little bit. But then when we get to places like this, it makes it worth it. We are really, really lucky to be able to travel to places like this and experience and show you where we go and how we live. Really tops. There's the path. That's where we're going. So I'm at the base of the waterfalls. As you can see behind me, that's where they are. And fair warning, you need a little bit more athleticism and coordination and a bit of dexterity to be able to get to the base of this one. It's just not as easy as the last one. There is a little bit of rock climbing involved, but if you can get here, absolutely stunning, as you can see behind me. Alright, that's waterfall number 2. On to the next one.
Time to go up. Here is the face of someone who is not brave enough to climb down the waterfall.
I'm sure you already figured out that we love going into natural places, and me personally, I love going into rainforests and bushlands and just away from people in general. And what you probably don't know is that I was raised pretty far away from any major city, so when I get back to the bush, when I get back to nature, for me, it's coming back to my roots and to what I'm comfortable with and what I really enjoy. So that's why, for me personally, that's why I love coming to places like this. Just the natural beauty of it. It's uncomplicated, it's clean, it's quiet, and absolutely stunning. We're here at Milla Milla Falls, and I don't know if you can tell by the car park, but it's a little bit more busy. It's a little bit more well known, a little bit more civilised and less wild, which me personally, I'm not a fan of, but we're here, we're going to check it out anyway.
Well, this is disappointing to say the least. There are like 40 people here, the grass is perfectly mown, it has nothing natural, so we might go to the next one. I really didn't expect this. I knew that Milla Milla Falls were quite famous, but this looks like an amusement park.
We were actually on our way to Ravenshoe to get something to eat for lunch, and then I saw this random sign on the road that says Suitcase Falls this way, so we followed it, and now we are here and there is literally no one else but us here. So let's go check this out. Hopefully it'll be a little bit more quiet and a little bit less populated than the Milla Milla Falls. To start with, it looks promising. It was way too loud at the bottom of those falls to take a video, but as you can see, what a top spot this is. It's nowhere near as popular or as crowded as the other spots were, and you can tell with the path itself, it's very overgrown, it's very rough, it's very easy to lose your footing if you're not careful, so if you come here, make sure you pay attention to where you put your feet. But yeah, what a top spot this is. It's well worth coming off the beaten track just to have a look. The pools themselves at the bottom, they're not the easiest to get to if you want to have a swim. You can do it if you're keen. We're not that keen because we're getting quite hungry, so we're going to shoot off and get some lunch right now.
We hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you have any recommendation of places to visit in tropical North Queensland, let us know because we will be here for a few more weeks.
Yeah. And if you did like this video, make sure you give it a like, give it a thumbs up, give it a subscribe, share it amongst your friends, and as always, we'll see you in the next one.